Hi legends, welcome to today's stream. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. Let's look at some of our favorite altcoins here that are popping to the upside. Is Bitcoin correcting? We will analyze the price action and see what is going on. Welcome legends, welcome to the live stream. Great to see you all here. 20 people watching so far. I'm sure it's going to climb as we progress. And smash up the like on your way in. Hit subscribe for future notifications. If you'd like to make some comments, let me have a look at your favorite altcoin, maybe chart it for you. Please note that you need to be subscribed to the channel to make some comments. It will take 60 seconds and you'll be able to participate. Right, Night Shadow, hello Devold, hi, welcome. Miss Melanie, good morning everyone from Los Angeles. Morning. I'm actually going to go to bed after this live stream. It is, what's the time here? It is almost 10 o'clock at night here in Dubai. Right, Mr. Dev, hello, how are you going? How's it going? Very well. Thank you so much for joining. Two legends in the house. Mo, also in the house. Yo, Devold, let's continue. Altcoin hunt. Yes, let's continue. Alan Clark, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Let's analyze what is going on with Bitcoin. Are we going to see a deeper correction? Okay, perhaps that retest to load up on some of our favorite altcoins, or are we just going to smack down from here? Okay, right, let me share my chart over here. This is why we're all here, right? Let me do this. Everyone can see me, everyone can hear me, all good. Okay, cool. Right, legends, DT, nice. What are your insights for BTC in the few days? Okay, unfortunately, I do not have a crystal ball. It's all about observing the price reaction as we hit each level and taking that ultimate trading decision with good risk management. Okay, so we are obviously falling down, yeah? Okay. The question is, where are we going to bounce, and are we going to bounce to come and claim this high again, right? Or was this it? And we are just going to tumble down from here to lower levels. That is the question. One important level, legends, that I am watching, and maybe before I dive into the smaller time frames over here, let's first zoom out a little bit onto the 4 hour. Okay, let's just take stock of where we are. Right. The one thing we have to acknowledge is we are still inside of this range. We have not broken out of this range just as yet. It would just be interesting to see that if I take a fixed volume profile. Okay. For those of you that's been following me for a while, you do know that I like to cover both sides of the coin. I'm not that person that's going to tell you that we are going definitely to $100,000. Pack your Bitcoin bags, off to the races we go. I just cannot do that, okay? From a risk management perspective, we have to always be prepared for both scenarios. So what I will do today is I will explain to you the bullish scenario that I'm looking at and also the bearish scenarios that I'm looking at. And that is why we trade with good risk management, right? Okay. So the one thing we have to acknowledge is that we've had some deviations above the value area high, okay? The value area high and the value area low, and then we have a point of control here in the middle where the most volume was traded. Okay, the point of control actually used to be over here, okay, which we've now smashed. And you can see that high volume node, and you can see the high volume node over here. So the point of control actually shifted when we did this consolidation here to the downside. It jumped from here, and now it's over here. But nonetheless, this level still acted as nice resistance where we struggled to break through, and then we found continuation to the downside. Okay, the one thing we also have to acknowledge from a range trading perspective, usually what range traders do, they short the tops and they long the bottoms. So you have a deviation, you short. Okay, you have a deviation, you short, and you take profits at the bottom. You long the bottom and you take profits at the top. That's usually how range traders work, or they will take profits by the point of controls. Okay, depending on what price action they observe. Also, we had a massive deviation here to the downside, and now we have a deviation to the upside. The question is this a deviation like what happened here and here, or are we going to find acceptance back inside the range to come and perhaps bounce here on the point of control? Okay, so that's why we have to be prepared for all scenarios. Right, everyone is bullish at the moment. Everyone wants the price of Bitcoin to go up. And unfortunately, I sometimes feel like I'm the hated person here on YouTube because I'm highlighting the bearish scenarios as well. But fear not, I will highlight the bullish scenarios as well to make everyone excited. But if they don't come, then at least I feel rest assured that I have highlighted the bearish scenarios as well. Okay, right, legends. So we are currently outside of the range, which is considered also a bullish signal, okay? We have broken out of the range with high green volume, and perhaps a retest is in order for continuation back to the upside. But you want to see this level hold. We should not come back inside of the range. We should not get acceptance back inside the range for bullish momentum to continue. So if we do find a deeper correction here, this is definitely an area of interest for me, is to see, does price slow down? Do we just waterfall and continue the momentum to the downside, or does price slow down? You want to see this. You want to see price getting choppy, slowing down the momentum. You want to see some bearish CVD in this case, and you want to see some bullish CVD, local proof of support building up in this area. That is what I will be looking for over here, is that if we do come down here and I see some proof of support, you know, you get those wicks. Price is slowing down, it is grinding sideways, it's giving some bullish signals to the upside, okay? Whichever indicator you use to give you proof of support, that is what I will be looking at for potentially a bounce back to the upside to come and claim this high and potentially even go to higher levels. Okay, so from a bullish perspective, we have a chance. We have a chance to go to much higher levels. We have a chance to go to $80,000. We have a chance even to go to $100,000. Who knows? You know, who knows? But now we have a retracement, and we are just currently in a no trading zone for me at the moment. And I'm gonna zoom into the smaller time frames over here just to explain what I see. Okay. So we also have a nice little trend over here. Okay, let me do this. I just don't like, legends, this trend. I don't like it, because if we're going to do this and get acceptance back inside of the range, you might make a lower high for continuation to the downside and you break the trend. So not really a fan of this trend over here. Okay, but let's see how it plays out. The trend that I'm more interested in is, let me just do this, put it back where it was, that one over there. Right, so let's go on to the 15-minute, and I'll go through the comments in a second. Right, Valerie, hello Devil, sorry I'm late. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the TA, Devil, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Irina, hi Devil, welcome, welcome. Okay, the 382 FIB is holding. You think it's worth the long? Okay, I'll go analyze that situation in a moment. Alex, 79. Hi everyone, don't worry Devil, I like you and that's why I'm here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Loving this analysis, Devil. Keep it up, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What is it? Crypto Big Brains. I've seen you here on the stream for quite some time. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Hi, Devil. If you can check Portal USDT. Yes, I will go through some altcoins in a moment. Mr. Andy in the house. Legend, let's go. Andy, I just finished watching your live stream as well, giving some love and support. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. And myself and Andy are looking for some juicy altcoins here to the upside, okay? But keeping that risk management hat on, not risking more than what we can afford to lose. And this is the list, legends. Myself and Andy did some homework over the weekend. Or last week, Friday, I think. We came up with this list, okay? This is also the list I shared this morning during my update. Is that I'm currently here in 15, okay? 15 swing low leverage positions to the upside. Thank goodness they are all in profit and showing some good momentum here to the upside. And this is a portfolio for the long term where we will be adding, if we go into red or see nice little dips, depending on what price action we see, we will be growing out this portfolio. Okay, but so far it's looking good. Okay, we got some entries at nice places. We're seeing some green at the moment. Bitcoin just needs to play ball here to the upside, right? Also, I shared this morning, I'm still inside of this ILV trade. ILV just looked so juicy yesterday. I just could not take the trade. It was just such an obvious trade for me to take. Okay. Planning to take or close most of the position here by these local highs over here. You can see I've got my TP set over here. My position is already protected. I've already taken some profits. I've actually taken majority of the profits already when we started forming this consolidation area over here. And now I'm just riding it out to the upside, see how high we can go. Okay. But obviously with a good profit-taking area here as well, right? It's just, you know, resistance. It's just, I know I need to start taking profits over here. Okay, right, legends. Let's get back into the price action over here. What I'm seeing here on the smaller time frames, okay? Let me just take this fixed range profile out the way and zoom into this structure. Okay. Right, legends. The fib that I will be using right now is from the low to the high, okay? And you can see that we are currently, I will actually use that pivot. And the reason, legends, I'm using this pivot over here is because this looks like maybe a double 1 2 1 2 1 2, but basically a wave 1 2 3 4 5, okay? And I like to use the second pivot over here because this could still be an ABC where we want the 0.5 to be respected for a possible bounce back to the upside. But regardless, whether you pull your fib from the low or from this pivot over here, yeah, I can see by that 382. Someone mentioned in the comments the 382. Okay, you want to see proof of support. I know you guys are saying long now. I want to see proof of support. Proof of support for me is also looking at CVD. Okay. I don't mind getting into price action a little bit late. Okay. But with proof of support. Right. It looks like we found a little bottom here at the moment. So it could be a reversal. But I still see some local bearish CVD building up. Okay, so when I'm here on the 5-minute time frame, when I zoom into the blue price action over here, the blue CVD over here, I can see that we are starting. I can even see against this pivot, and these pivots, it looks like we are forming. Blue is moving up. It looks like we are forming local bearish CVD. So what could potentially play out here is that, you know, we're starting to curl around. And you're going to range here, and then you do another liquidity sweep of the lows, invalidating or playing out the bearish CVD, and then you find continuation back to the upside. I want to see a double bottom. I would love to see a double bottom. You often get them. People just think, okay, now it's turning around, off through the races, we go again. And then it consolidates, and it does that final sweep of the liquidity below the lows. For early longs, people now jumping into longs, it just wicks them out, stops them out, and then the price takes off without them. Okay, right, legends. So, just looking at the price action over here, and also one thing that I've noticed is we have a session volume profile. If I switch on the session volume profile, what I like is the value of the previous day value area high. Okay, I would like to see this level hold. Okay, so from a trading perspective, usually what happens is the previous day range over here. If we had to come back down here and you find acceptance back inside this range, you increase the probabilities of going back down lower, even coming to test the point of control over here. Okay, and we could definitely even come back down here to the value area low, and we fill this entire range over here. So for bullish momentum in the short term to continue to the upside, you really want to see this level hold here. Okay. Also, when I take a fib from this pivot over here, right, from this pivot, you can see that it's got alignment here with a 50% fib level as well. The previous day value area high. No problem if we start consolidating here and we get that liquidity sweep here to the downside. I would be very interested to see what is CVD going to do over there. You get acceptance back above those lows over there. That to me would be proof of support. Okay, I'm waiting for proof of support. You could even come down a little bit further and you can bounce here on the trend. Okay, bounce here on this trend over here for continuation to the upside to potentially come and take this high and even go to higher levels. So this is kind of the scenarios that I'm watching here at the moment, legends. Also, just want to see something over here. Fib, value area high. Just wanted to measure the C wave over here from the, okay, let me first switch this off. Okay, just thinking here quick, from the high to the low. This could be an ABC correction here to the downside, and we have to acknowledge that we've already hit a C wave target. The 1.236 is a C wave target. And then also when you do take your fib here from the low, okay, it's also in confluence with the 382. But I would like to see proof of support. I don't like the fact that there are local bearish CVD at the moment. I would rather get in at higher levels as soon as I start spotting some bullish CVD confirming the momentum here to the upside. Ideally, what I would also like to see is the break of this trend over here. Okay, because what could happen, definitely what could happen is you find upwards momentum and then you go down here to the 1.618, also maybe hitting this 50% fib level, and then you break out. Okay, everyone longing this momentum, expecting the highs to be claimed, and it just bounces against the trend, it gets rejected, it hits the 1.618, the 50% fib level, it gets acceptance above the value area high, and then off to the races you go. Okay, so I just don't want to jump into a long prematurely, right? I mean, you can still benefit here to the upside. You just need to take profits and protect position. Be defensive with your capital. Okay. Right, legends. That is basically what I'm seeing here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay. And when I switch on the session volume profile, just again, I just want to see something. I do like this area, legends. I really do like this area for a possible looking for a long entry in this zone over here. Okay, there. Okay, so I mean we could still be consolidating here, wick into the support value area high, just wick in, grab the liquidity, and then off to the races we go. So from a bullish perspective, legends, these are the levels that I'm watching at the moment. Okay, then a slightly more bearish scenario, but still bullish nonetheless. Okay, just taking all of the noise out of the charts, is that when I go back onto the 4-hour time frame over here, okay, just want to do something over here. Okay, when I look, just do this, at this fib over here, okay, from the high to the low, you can see where exactly we got rejected. We got rejected by the 0.88. Okay, right, rejection. From a Fibonacci perspective, often what plays out is that when you get rejected by the 0.88, typically what could play out, and I have seen this play out many times, I think Andy also mentioned this during one of his live streams where it played out to perfection. On the smaller time frames, we tapped the 0.88, we came back down to the 0.618, and then we bounced to take the high over there. Okay, so definitely also a scenario that can play out where we come back down a little bit lower at this 666 area. Okay, 0.618 taking a fib from the high to the low. Definitely a scenario that can also still play out. Okay, where we come back down, well, we come back down a little bit lower, and obviously what I'll be doing is I'll be tracking my trend, waiting for the breakout, looking for proof of support. I want to see some bullish CVD building up between these pivots, and that would also be a long trigger for me here to the upside. Okay, it does play out often. It just has a high probability of playing out. So a little bit more bearish, but still bullish for momentum to continue here to the upside. Okay, legends, that's basically what I'm watching here at the moment from a higher time frame perspective. Let's go through some comments over here, and then I'll also jump through a couple of altcoins that potentially is still going to give us some upwards momentum. And I hope some of you have applied the one-line trade strategy. Just quickly, what I noticed here, if you go into Illuvium, okay, this morning I spoke about when price action was over here. I said, guys, you need to go and apply the one-line trade strategy. Okay, beautiful one-line trade strategy played out here to perfection. Okay, where you break, you put your stop loss, you claim the high, you take profits, you in and out, okay? When you see nice momentum to the upside from some of your favorite altcoins, zoom into smaller time frames and play the breakouts to the upside. Know where to put your stop loss, know where to enter, know where to take profits, and you can always leave some of the position open for higher levels, okay? But take profits, protect yourself. When you start moving into the green, move your stop loss to break even, okay? Protect yourself. And beautiful trade that played out here. Beautiful trade. I mean, that was a nice little trade of to the highs, 1.37% with a little bit of leverage. You could have made some gains, but a scalp nonetheless. And I mean, we obviously went a lot higher here. Okay. But when I see this momentum, when I see bullish momentum to the upside, so on the larger time frames, it just looks like a green candle here to the upside that you just, how do I get into this trade? What I do is I zoom into the smaller time frames and I play the breakouts to the upside. Okay. Right, legends, let's go through some comments over here. 61 people watching. Well done. Also, please smash up the like. Let's go. Great to see Andy supporting Deerworld. You guys are such a great double act. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Long now. Wait. I've just explained the scenarios. You said you like to look for double bottoms, but what time frames is best to use to get into trades using the double bottoms theory? Double bottoms actually play out on all time frames, okay? If you're looking for small little scalps to the upside and to the downside, I like the 15-minute to even the 5-minute time frame. I know Andy loves the 1-minute time frame. He's really used to the 1-minute time frame, even the 3-minute time frame. But you see double bottoms everywhere, okay? They happen everywhere. Where's an example of a nice little double bottom here on Bitcoin? 1 hour time frame is my favorite time frame to trade on. 15-minute and 1 hour time frame is my favorite time frame. And here you can see, okay, double bottom or double top, right? Okay, double top over here. You had a week here to the upside. You came to claim it. You got an SFP with a nice drop to the downside. Always just need to know where to take profits. Again, what happened here? You had a wick, you claim the liquidity, and then you have a movement to the downside. Okay, I think I actually entered this trade over here and I took profits here somewhere. Okay, but nonetheless, profits in the bag, position protected. So definitely you can still short the upwards momentum, okay, with good risk management and being defensive about your cash. Right, so lots of double bottoms, triple bottoms, they play out all the time. On most time frames, I mean, obviously the larger the time frame, the more patient you're going to have to be, okay? Okay, and this is kind of what I'm seeing over here, is to say that when I go onto the 15-minute time frame, what I would like to see here is a double bottom or a triple bottom, okay? Where you come down, you consolidate, you make people believe the price is turning around, you make people believe, and then it does that. Or it even does it for a third time. Triple bottoms also very popular, but double bottoms more popular, okay? Where you grab you stop out the early longs, and then you get the real move to the upside. Okay, and this is just the fake move here to the upside. Stops you out. I love to enter these ones. Myself and Andy also had a conversation this morning to say that if we do, you know, when we were still ranging inside here, I said, Andy, I mean, if we can get a double top over here where you grab the liquidity and you get acceptance back below, I'm looking for this for a short, small little scalp short here to the downside. I'm not saying we're going down to $20,000, you know, by trying to enter a short over here. You need to know where to take profits. As soon as you start slowing down, you start hitting support, that's where you take profits. Okay, or even down here by these weak lows, I would have most probably taken profits here if the scenario had to play out, where you claim the liquidity and you move down. There's a trader that I used to follow. I can't remember what his name was, and he had this theory where he said, often for most successful trades to play out, okay, you should enter where you are going to put your stop loss, right? So perfect example would have been that if you want to, okay, enter a short over here and you put your stop loss below the wick, okay, below the high over here, and because price is dancing around here, and you get that double bot or the double top over there or a double bottom over there, okay, it stops you out, and then price does what it wanted to do in the first place. I'm sure many of you have seen this play out, where you get stopped out and the price action does what you wanted it to do in any event. Okay, and that's usually where you put your stop loss. Okay, so that is swing failure patterns, and that's why swing failure patterns are so powerful, and this is why myself and Andy use it as part of our trading strategy, is because this is where you're actually supposed to enter. You just have to be patient and sit on your hands and don't FOMO into trades. You wait for the breakout, you wait for the acceptance back below the low, you enter with good risk management, then you place your stop loss, and then you get nice momentum towards the direction that you wanted to aim for in any event. Okay, lots of alpha. Smash up the like. Lots of alpha over here. Right, legends. Let's go through some more comments. Good evening, legends. Devold, thank you so much for joining. Nishu, I think that's how I pronounce it. Aditya, hi, thanks for joining. Hi, Devold. Please share a strategy for swing positional trades for the bull market in BTC, ETH, or large cap tokens. Okay, I have shared this list this morning with the legends, okay, this list over here, right? The plan for this list, okay, and perhaps I will spend another live stream just explaining to everyone what the plan is with this 15 altcoins that we've selected here, right? It's a long-term strategy, and we might be taking some profits on the way up, and dips are made for buying, and we haven't deployed the full portfolio yet, so this is a low leverage swing position to the upside, okay, in preparation for the bull market. This is why we built this portfolio. Okay, but I think it's going to take too much time right now to explain to you guys what the thinking behind this portfolio is. So for now, I will just park it, and perhaps we will go through it tomorrow or on Friday or Thursday. Sometime this week, I will go through this portfolio. We can look at each and every single coin and analyze it and show you guys what we looked for, what was our tick box exercise, things that we made us comfortable or uncomfortable about certain altcoins to add to this list. Unfortunately, there are thousands of altcoins, legends. There are thousands, and it's a very difficult exercise to put something together and limit it to 15 coins. It's really a difficult exercise. So there's specific things that you as a trader need to look for, or that I look for as a trader. No financial advice. This is my plan. This is my plan. I am not telling anyone to do this. As always, if you would like to trade with us, links down in the description, legends. We've got Bybit, Bluffin, and Mexi. With Bluffin, no KYC, up to an 80k bonus when you use these links to sign up. Also 20% reduction in your trading fees on Bybit. And this portfolio is currently being built here on Bybit, but also I'm still taking trades here on Mexi. I'm still doing some trades here on Bluffin. So 3 of my favorite exchanges that I do my trading from a spot bag perspective, from a swing trade perspective, from a day trade perspective. I just like to use these exchanges. Okay, so go down in the description to qualify from the largest bonuses and lowest fees by signing up with those links. Also, your way to support the channel. Okay, right. What else? He uses between 2 and 5x leverage, I think. Yes, you will see all of these positions are at 2x leverage. Okay. The nice thing about, I think this is Mina is the only one that I've got here on 2.5x leverage. And the reason we use low leverage is that you will find, okay, that because we've used 2x leverage over here, even if we hit the bear market lows that we've made for most of these altcoins, we will still not be liquidated. And if we start adding more to the position, when I look at, let me give you one example over here. Mina protocol on the daily time frame. Okay, the reason we're using low leverage positions, the fees are low. Okay, number one, the fees are very low. Risk management is great. And when I look at the daily time frame over here, when I look at the bear market's lows that we made over here, right, I still won't get liquidated, because if for some reason we do find downwards momentum and we do a double bottom on the daily time frame, you sweep the liquidity below the lows and you do that, I will be adding as we drop, and my liquidation price will just go down and down and down. So by the time I get here, I have a better entry, okay, expecting that bull market cycle that still needs to kick in. So I mean, we just have to be prepared, okay? If you don't have a plan to trade the bull market, you're not going to make money. This is our plan, and we're executing our plan in preparation for the bull market for some of the altcoins that are lagging behind. Okay, you know, these altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum is close to the all-time highs already, and the portfolio consists of coins that have not even reached the 382, nor even the 50% or the 618 level over here. Okay, so we still see potential for some of these altcoins to catch up to even just hit the 382 and the 50% FIP level over here. Okay, we will definitely be taking profits on the way up with this portfolio. We're not just going to leave it and hope for the best that they're going to go and hit all-time high. Okay, let's go through some more comments over here. What leverage should I enter BTC long? Well, it depends on your risk management. It depends on your portfolio size. I would say a rule of thumb, okay, is: are you building a swing position? Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? Do you just hold spot bags? There's many questions that you need to ask and answer in order to know what leverage you can use, okay? Do you have a $1,000 account size, and what momentum do you want to play? Do you want to enter over here and take profits here by the underbelly resistance? What is your plan, okay? Why are you entering the trade, right? Okay, I like, oops, not that one. Legends, I will preach about this so many times, right? This is your plan, okay? This is your planning tool. Why am I entering the trade? That's your why line, okay? How much am I risking? And how much, or not how much money, where, I don't like to say how much money am I going to make, is where am I going to take profits, okay? Why am I entering the trade, and where is my risk management? I call this the 3W. You have to answer the 3W questions. Where to take profits, why am I entering, and where is my risk management? Okay, the rule of thumb is, for people starting out, you do not want to lose more than 1%, okay, of your portfolio with each trade. Okay, your stop loss, when your stop loss gets hit, you should not lose more than 1% of your portfolio. Okay, the goal should also be that you are not trying to see how much money you can make. Legends, I can guarantee you, and I will stop it after this because I know I can get into like a real passionate education mode over here. I can guarantee you, if you make money your goal, you try and see how much money you can make with each trade. It's going to let you increase your leverage to unrealistic numbers. You're going to enter with a large portfolio size, most probably your entire portfolio at 10x or 20x leverage. Your risk management is going to be crap. You're most probably going to lose like 10 or 20% of your portfolio when your stop loss gets hit, and especially when you're supposed to, where you put your stop loss where you're supposed to put your stop loss, and because you are trying to maximize your upside here, and you're trying to see how much money you can make. Your goal should be, how many trades can I win, okay, with good risk management? How many trades can I get right, okay? Can I analyze the chart, enter a trade with good risk management, and will it play out the way that I've planned it, okay? If you've planned your trade, you know why you are entering your trade, okay? You know exactly where to put your stop loss, and the trade plays out in your favor. You take profits where you're supposed to be taking profits. It played out in your favor and you got a tick. Money will be a result of winning the trade because you've planned it properly. Okay, if money is your goal, you're going to burn out your account quicker than you can be a successful trader in the short term. Okay, these are just some of the lessons that I've learned the hard way, legends, and I'm just sharing my knowledge with you guys because these are the lessons that we've learned. If you're trying to see how much money you can make with each trade, you are more than likely going to win a couple of trades and think that, oh my God, I mean, this is amazing. Okay, I've made so much money. And then after a couple of weeks, you go into a couple of losing trades, you burn out and you liquidate your account, or you have a massive hole in your account, or you spend 2 weeks building up a portfolio that just gets absolutely obliterated in one trade or two trades. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying the education over here, right? We all want to make money, okay, from trading. Definitely, we all want to make money, but legends, you need to apply good risk management and make winning the trade your goal, getting it right. How many trades can you get right? How many trades play out to perfection where you are taking profits where you are supposed to be taking profits? Okay, I appreciate the love that's been shared over here in the comments. Thank you so much, legends. Valerie, Devil, can you share your opinion, please? Tomorrow is a report on NVIDIA. I struggle to NVIDIA, the graphics company. What do you think about the AI token? If everything is fine, can we fly to the moon? Yes, I do think, and I think I've watched someone else. I listened to a podcast as well where someone basically shared their views on if the results for NVIDIA comes out positive, we could see a little bit of a rally, especially in some of our favorite AI tokens, like Render, for example. Okay, so definitely a possibility. And obviously, if the news or the financial results are not going to be great, I don't think the run is going to be as hard, right? Souls plate. Chris Hartwood, Souls full plate. I don't understand that. Sorry, man. What else? Hi, Gewald, what do you think about Manta? I've got Manta here on the list. Legends, let's go through a couple of altcoins, okay? Obviously, I've discussed ILV. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a retracement here at the moment. Obviously, with Bitcoin pulling back, we can see a little bit of a retracement on some of our favorite altcoins. Let's just jump onto the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's go and look at, what is it, Manta? Okay, I do have Manta here. I know that I have charted, it's Manta or Mana. Right, so maybe I do not have Manta. Manta USDT. Let's have a look here. Right. Okay. Legends, unfortunately, I do not know all the altcoins. There are just too many out there. Okay. So I'm not sure if this is AI. I can go and do some research, go into CoinMarketCap, see what's going on. Let's just look at it from a technical perspective. Let's just zoom out here on the daily. Ooh, is that it? You can see I tried something over here. Okay, some old analysis over here, most likely when it got launched. Legends, if this was the launch over here, okay, usually what I've noticed with launches, and it's just not enough price action over here, but what I do like is just quick dirty analysis over here. Is I like that we had the dump and it looks like we are slowing down. The selling pressure is getting exhausted. Usually what happens when a token gets launched and it does this to the upside, there's a rule of thumb that says when you take a fib, okay, from the low to the highs that you've made, when you start retracing below the 0.5 fib level, okay, you're basically retracing 50% of this massive pump here to the upside, okay, it starts getting into buy zone, okay. This is what people that play token unlocks or new projects that gets launched, not token unlocks, new projects that gets launched that has a rampage to the upside. You sit on your hands and wait for 50 to 618 retracement, and that is usually when people start loading up again, okay, for upwards momentum. So from a daily perspective, it doesn't look too bad, okay. It doesn't have a lot of price action. I don't really like to chart coins like this that doesn't have a lot of price action. I'm also not too familiar with the fundamentals. I will need to go and do some research, and I'm sure whoever asked for me to go and have a look at it, you've done your proper research, okay. Technically it looks good. It's broken out. It's already done the retest, okay. You can see it broke out. It had a beautiful retest here, okay. Let me just zoom in here so everyone can see, right. It already had a retest and there's a chance, okay. that you've also swept the liquidity below the lows. So this can be considered a sweep of the liquidity where you've made a low, you've made another low, you sweep the liquidity, and I mean another bounce. If you bounce here again, you make a higher low for continuation here to the upside. Or you could just start building a small little bull flag on the smaller time frame and start getting continuation to the upside. So I do like this price action over here. It looks like it's slowing down. It's grabbed the liquidity below the lows already, and there's a chance that it could find upwards momentum. So I like it from a trading perspective, or even from a swing perspective. It looks good. And I mean, obviously, if you like the fundamentals, I think it is more than likely in a good zone to add to your spot bags if you are bullish on Manta. Right. Let's do Wild, please. Does that coin even still exist? I remember this coin during the previous bull market. ILD USDT. Okay, Wilder Worlds. Is it Wilder Worlds, if I remember correctly, in the gaming sector? Okay. Okay, right. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that comment. I'm just going to pretend I did not see that comment. Okay, let's look at Wilder Worlds here for the legends. Legends, keeping it simple, keeping it to the point. Okay. We are inside the golden zone. Okay, we obviously had a massive pump here to the upside. We are inside of the golden zone here at the moment. Okay, between the 618 and the 786 is what I consider the golden zone, and especially if you had a multi-month pump here to the upside. Okay, and you retrace, aggressive retracement here to the downside, okay, and it looks like price is slowing down. It's consolidating. It's a good sign, especially when you do it inside of the golden zone. What I also like to look at on the larger time frame is RSI. If I'm planning to build swing positions, or I'm planning to add to my spot bags, I do like to watch RSI on the weekly time frame. And it is at the bottom, but it's still curling down. Okay, so if you can get that curl to the upside, do you guys see there that it's still curling down? The blue line is still curling down, but it's at the bottom nonetheless. These are usually great buying opportunities from a long-term perspective. Okay, in the golden zone, weekly RSI at the bottom. I mean, it looks like, you know, this is the zone where you want to accumulate. Definitely you can still come down, grab the low, grab this low, SFP from this low again, okay, and then perhaps find continuation to the upside, or just consolidate for much longer, and then eventually you have the breakout to the upside. Okay, so I mean, WLD, Wilder Worlds, it looks good. Okay, from a weekly perspective, daily is most probably at the daily is curling up at the moment. It looks like it wants to curl over, but I mean, yeah, it looks good. It's broken trend. There we go. It's broken trend. It's consolidating outside of the trend. I do like that. And let's see if we can see something on the smaller time frames. Not a clean trend over here. Not a clean trend. Okay, but I would wait for the break of this trend. Okay. Right, legends. More comments over here. Nags, Dewald, and Legends, nice pump. Yes, nice pump from Bitcoin here to the upside. Still getting a little bit of a consolidation here, but what I do like about this price action, Legends, here on the 15-minute, I do like that it looks like we had a dump, and it looks like price wants to slow down. Okay, you could still get that choppiness, perhaps another week to the downside, and then we start recovering. Okay, I do like that it's consolidating and feels like it wants to slow down. But you could still have that wick to the downside, just grabbing the early longs and then continue the momentum to the upside. Okay, and that's the trend that I'll be tracking. Okay, if you don't know what to do over here, wait for the trend, right? There's multiple strategies that you can apply. There's a swing failure that you can play over here, grabbing the lows. There's a trend line breakout with good risk management that you can play here to the upside, coming to claim the high, and also that will definitely be a profit-taking area for me as well. Okay. And let's just see how this plays out. But Legends, I mean, I do want to highlight, we can't just be bullish. we could definitely still find downwards momentum to that 0.618 level that I've mentioned here as well. Okay, when I place a trend over here, one scenario that I'm definitely keeping in mind is that if we do find support here, okay, you play the SFP and you come up to this trend, there's a definite possibility that you can reject and find more continuation to the downside, right? Very important. It's not just off to the races we go, okay? I have to observe the price reaction when we get there, and yeah, there's a potential for SFP here to play out as well, which is, for those of you that joined the stream a little bit late, there's also a value area high that I would like to see hold over here, okay? We could hold this level, right? You weak into it, you find support, and then you find continuation to the upside. There's some SFPs that we can play over here. I mean, ideally, if we can grab the liquidity below that low, that would be nice. But what I don't like about this low is that I don't want us to get acceptance back inside the value area, the previous day value area high. If we get acceptance back inside, you could SFP, retest this as resistance, and continue the momentum to the downside and come back down here all the way to the value area low, okay, or the point of control that's in alignment with the 0.618 over here. Okay, it's kind of what I'm watching over there, right? Sheep looks huge. Shiba Inu, I actually did have a look at Shiba Inu. Where's Mr. Shiba Inu? Okay, also, do we choose sheep? Do we choose Doge? Okay, not an easy one. Okay, I also looked at Shiba Inu over here. It does look like it wants to go. It looks good. Okay, I did analyze it actually this morning. Obviously missed the breakout, right, legends? You have to acknowledge that you've missed the breakout. Already had a beautiful retest over here. I do like that it looks like it's forming a higher low over here, and the structure is starting to look bullish because you're making higher highs, okay, and it looks like it could consolidate here for continued momentum here to the upside. So definitely Shiba Inu looks like it wants to go. I do like the price action. Also, let's just go on to the smaller time frames. Okay, you've just not easy price action over here. I mean, this was the entry, legends. You either play the breakout or the retest, okay? That's where you wanted to get into, okay? Or you play the 50% fib level over here, finding support above these highs. If you wanted to play the breakout before the breakout. Just want to see on the 15-minute if there was an obvious trend. Okay, if you're planning to take a long on a token, trend line strategy, not beautiful over here, okay? But what you could have done is, if you missed the breakout, okay, you missed the breakout, you could have had a trend over here, okay? And then you wait for this trend to break. I often do that when I miss the breakout and I'm not sure, is this a fake out or is this a real breakout? I wait for more consolidation to form. Okay, and I would have most probably placed my trend over there and said, well, you're either going to break back and go to the downside, or if there's some real bullish momentum in the market, you're going to break this trend to the upside. Okay, and then bam, off to the races you go. So there was your second entry that you missed. Okay, at the moment it's just not in a trading zone for me. Okay, it's just a no trade zone this at the moment for me. If we can come back down, retest the trend, then off to the races. That I will be interested over here again, but not where we are right now. Also, there's no real clean trend line strategy that I can apply here. Some altcoins just don't give you those one line trend strategies that I love to trade with. It's just, this is very confusing price action over here. Okay, right, I was getting at the last high. Okay, not sure if you're referring to Bitcoin. Thanks. Can you check Fetch? I also had a look at Fetch. Yes, why? Let's go Fetch. Fetch here quick. Mr. Fetch, where are you? Is it Fetch? Here we go. Oof. Fetch is one of those AI tokens, and like I think Valerie, is it Valerie or Irina? You've asked about the financial reports tomorrow. it's breaking out. Okay, fetch is breaking out. Just want to show you guys how I've been tracking this one. Just take that out. Okay, right, simple one-line trend strategy. We broke out, and then obviously you would have been stopped. Well, if you had your stop loss where you're supposed to have your stop loss, you would still be in the trade. Okay, you play the breakout, you put your stop below the low. Okay, if you put your stop below that low over there, you would have been stopped out by now. Okay, but then again, like I've just mentioned in the previous coin, what I would have done is you go onto the 1 hour over here, and there's a beautiful trend line. Okay, you break out, you're not sure about this breakout over here. Let me just grab my pen. You're not sure over here, you don't know if it's a fake out. Okay, then you track your trend, and then you play this breakout. Okay, nice beautiful retest and continuation here to the upside. Then I also tracked this momentum, just connecting these highs, and you can see now we broke out again. Okay, so if you missed this trade and you missed this trade, now you've also missed this one. So at the moment it's in a no trading zone. This is not where I enter. Okay, from a spot bag perspective, if you're speculating on higher prices, by all means go ahead, but you've had 3 opportunities to get into this trade and you've missed all 3 of them. If you're not in yet, right? Okay, so for now you just expect more momentum here to the upside. Unless we break back into trend, that will be bearish, and make sure that your position is protected. Okay, but I mean, it looks good. Fetch looks like it wants to go here to the upside. Just looking at on the larger time frame, I just want to see where we are. Legends, I just want to stress that there's a chance. Okay, there is definitely a chance. When I look at this wave 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, it looks like it is already completed 5 waves to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just purely from an Elliott wave perspective, that could mean that you are going to get upwards momentum, potentially make a lower high, and find continuation to the downside. Okay, that's definitely a scenario that can play out. So I wouldn't just expect for these bullish AI tokens to just rampage to the upside and go and claim the highs. Okay, it's definitely a possibility that it can happen, but it looks like from an Elliott wave perspective, it is already completed its 5-wave structure here to the upside. Okay, cool. Legends, just want to check something here. Unfortunately, I have run out of time, Legends. Thank you so much for joining. Please smash up the like, hit subscribe for future notifications. The exchanges that I like to trade on is down in the description for the biggest bonuses and lowest fees. I will see you guys in the next one. Trade safe, apply good risk management, and sleep tight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just for now.